And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, our odds maker, Keith Fustel here. It's a little chilly out here this afternoon. Well, this morning. This afternoon coming right up here. First race post time at 1:10. Couple nice carryovers for you here on Friday.
Yeah, we're going to take a little shot at the pick five, Stan, later today. I like the sequence of races. Starts kind of tough. I'm going to whittle it down to a single in the last.
All right, nice carryover. A little shy of 7,300 in that late pick five carryover. That starts race 5. The Rainbow pick 6, a little shy of 4,000. That starts for you in race 4. So lots to tell you about today's races. We'll get to that. But first, welcome back here.
Yeah.
I know you were gone last week and you saw the races, though. We had 5 Dynamite Stake races last Saturday on Owner's Fantasy Day.
Guy to the right of us, big fan of him. Lakai, good effort, really improving nicely for trainer Damon Dillon DeVico and all the connections. So glad to see that little incident there, a little touch and go with Matt King Cole and a Fleet Willie and Darmaster. And I know he didn't win, but boy, it was a big price. I used him in some pick fives, hoping he could get over the top at a big price. But no, the other horse shifted out, and really, names escaping me. Was it the
Fleet Willie?
No, the horse that came in that.
Darmaster, O'Dine Ice, and Twisted Tom.
Twisted Tom, that was the one. Yeah, got out to the better part of the racetrack and really surged on nicely late.
That was one of the races of the
good
day.
Exciting race.
You could see all 3 of those: Twisted Tom, O'Dine Ice, and Darmaster. Darmaster was stepping up off that maiden win in the Stakes Company for the first time. You could see all 3 of those back in the Federico Tessio, which is a win and you're in for the 142nd Preakness.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
We'll tell you more about that win and your end day on April 22nd. It was Owners Fantasy Day last Saturday as well. We're going to show you a video here real quick. The owners, they came out here, almost 300 prospective new owners, and they found a nice little surprise last Saturday out here as there's $50,000 in prize money. They are all assigned to a part of a horse as ownership. They can follow that horse for the rest of the year, come to the paddock, come to the winner's circle, talk to the trainer, and if their horse accumulates the most points during the year, they get the biggest share of $50,000. Then you have money for second and third. Here's reaction of those owners when they found out about that $50,000 in prize money.
A little bit of father-son competition today?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm going to win because I'm clairvoyant.
Thanks.
That would be even better than anything else. That I could buy a horse.
It is so awesome. I had no idea that was coming up, and it's a great idea, and I can get my husband into it maybe.
All right, so that was Acacia Courtney there with the owners' fans' reaction there, and you heard the one guy saying clairvoyant. That horse won for Mary Epler, a $50,000 maiden special weight, so hey, that guy's already in the money. Pretty cool concept.
I enjoyed. That was when I heard about that and that little surprise. What a good twist. For the owners, and now going to get them involved, and it's going to bring some of their friends and family along too for the ride. So that's the way to do it. Draw them right on into the game. I mean, we need new fresh blood.
Yeah, so it was a good day last Saturday. President of the Breeders' Cup, Craig Fravel, he was here at Laurel Park last Saturday. He had a great time. Acacia Courtney also caught up with him. Here's comments from the Breeders' Cup president.
Okay, joined by Craig Fravel, President and CEO of the Breeders' Cup. You've been in town for a couple of days. Tell me a little bit about your overall impressions about the Stronach Group's improvements to Laurel Park.
Well, one thing the Stronach Group does when they commit themselves to a project, they do it first class. And I was here about a year and a half ago, and I had heard what some of the improvements were going to be, and now today I'm getting to see them firsthand, and it really is a spectacular change.
And you met with the governor as well. How did that go?
Well, we went over to the governor's office, and he couldn't be more enthusiastic about the progress they're making here in racing in Maryland. The breeders are doing much better than they were 5 or 10 years ago, and the sport's looking up. And so the governor was obviously quite interested in talking to us about the Breeders' Cup. And if enthusiasm is currency, we'd be here tomorrow. So.
Breeders' Cup at Santa Anita this past year. Do you think the Maryland Jockey Club might be a potential spot for the Breeders' Cup down the road?
Well, obviously the Stronach Group's a great partner of ours, and if they ask us to take a look at one of their properties as a potential venue, we're going to do that. And we don't usually talk about where we might be publicly, but it's nice to be wanted. Let me put it that way.
Tell me a little bit about the goals for the Breeders' Cup throughout the next couple of years.
Well, I think we've made tremendous progress over the last few years, and we're coming off 2 spectacular events, one at Keeneland and another one last year at Santa Anita. It starts with great racing. You know, the Breeders' Cup Classic was named Longine's best race last year. We're very proud of that, and we think we probably could have had the same result the year before if a few breaks went our way, if Beholder hadn't scratched, for example. But you know, we're very excited about the progress we're making, and our venues and our partnerships with racetracks are much improved, and the enthusiasm on their part for holding the event is great, and we can't wait to get to Del Mar this year.
Greg, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck with Del Mar next year.
Thank you, Acacia.
All right, nice interview there by Acacia Courtney with President of the Breeders' Cup, Craig Fravel. Keith, you remember the days of the old Washington, D.C. International. What a huge race that was. That was the first international race in the country. How huge would it be? How cool would it be to get the Breeders' Cup here in the fall?
It would certainly be you know, just kind of unreal. I mean, I haven't foreseen it ever coming here, and now you see the strides we're making.
Yep.
And yeah, I think down the road we definitely deserve a shot at getting the Breeders' Cup. You know, we're a sports town. I mean, we got D.C., Baltimore.
Yep.
I mean, we've got everything there in place. This place is making strides. I think it's going to be, you're going to see it here down the road, and they're going to put on a really top-notch performance.
We'll find out more about that later on, but good to see President of the Breeders' Cup, Craig Fravel, here last Saturday. All right, let's get to the action here of this week. Yesterday morning, Ella Reeve, who's a Kentucky Derby Preakness hopeful for trainer Cal Lynch. Cal Lynch, one of our top trainers, stabled right here at Laurel Park. Ella Reeve was out to stretch his legs yesterday. Went a mile and an eighth, but they went real easy early on. It was mostly about a half-mile work. Here's the comments from Cal Lynch after Ella Reeve's work yesterday here at Laurel Park.
It went really good. We worked a mile and an eighth behind Winter and Vorticity, and those two horses are two nice horses in their own right, so they worked in front of him. Trevor sat in behind and finished up the last half in 49, got to the outside and finished up really well. Good education. Glad he did it the way he did it. Very pleased. I think he ended up in 155 and change. I think the clogger had for the mile and an eighth. So he's right on schedule. He gets another work next week, and he'll have two more works before we decide. But next week we'll decide whether we're going to the wood or what we're doing.
What do you think you'll be looking for mostly in the next wood, as far as in the next work, as far as deciding on the wood?
Something similar to today. As long as he keeps progressing and keeps doing what he's doing right now, and he comes out of this work well, then that's what we're looking for. As long as he stays happy and healthy, and he's telling us that he wants to go and run again, right back, and that's what he'll do.
All right, so there's trainer Cal Lynch with the top 3-year-old Ella Reeve. Worked a mile and an eighth, but they really picked it up the last half mile, 49 and change. He seems pretty happy with that move, and he could bounce right back from that third place effort last out in the Jerome.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I
Gotham.
In the Gotham, yeah. I certainly think he'll come back and run a better effort, maybe a little bit change of tactics, you know, laying him back further. Maybe you'll see him a little bit further off the base. We certainly know he could do it sprinting. I think he can do it routing as well. He
won the Jerome and the Withers, and he was third last out in the Gotham up there at Aqueduct. Trevor McCarthy, he's our leading rider here at Laurel Park. He's the regular rider for Ella Reeve. He had a huge weekend last week and won 3 races on Friday, 3 on Saturday, and 3 again on Sunday. It was a 9-win weekend for leading rider Trevor McCarthy. He was on Ella Reeve for the work yesterday morning. We caught up with him yesterday. Here's some comments about Ella Reeve's work and the big weekend he had last weekend here at Laurel.
He went really good for us this morning. He worked a mile and an eighth again. We sat him in behind a couple horses this morning and just tipped him out the last 3/8, and he seemed to work really well that way. So I think we're going to work him again next week, and we'll see how that goes. You know, Cal's done a great job with him. He's really got him going good at the moment, so you know, he's doing phenomenal with him. Knock on wood, everything goes smooth for the wood, and we can make it there. Yeah, it was a great weekend. You know, I had some really good trainers that have been really good to me. I had 4 winners for Kieran McGee, who's been great, and definitely 2 winners for Cal, who's done a lot for me and has been very supportive. I had a winner for Charlie Hadry, and also Jamie Ness, and the last one was Larry Jones. So definitely a good group there to win for, and I just want to say thank you to all of them and getting the horses ready and all their hard work, blood, sweat, and tears to put me in the winner's circle.
So Trevor McCarthy really on a roll, had a 9-win weekend last week, and as an odds maker, when you see the McCarthy name on a horse, do you think that horse is going to get automatically played more than some of the others?
Yeah, you're going to definitely hedge down a little bit. You know, if normally maybe a 5-1, you might lower to a 9-2 or 4. You know the trainers, you know the jockeys that are going to get that extra play, and Trevor is certainly one right here at Laurel Park that's going to get that attention.
All right, well, we have a huge weekend of racing here. Nice carryovers today. Big tournament tomorrow, the Champions Handicapping Tournament here at Laurel Park. This is a big dance here, and you qualify for one of the major tournaments as well. Over $33,000 in prizes tomorrow. You choose your berth if you're in the top tier there. You choose between the National Handicapping Championship, the Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge, and the big one. Registration now open. Go on down to guest services or go to laurelpark.com. It's $100 to enter, $200 for your bankroll, over $33,000 in prizes. Huge tournament tomorrow here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have a very good turnout. Just glancing at the Saturday card at Laurel, tough. Action Andy had called me coming in here. He'll be jumping in that handicapping tournament, the Champions Handicapping Tournament. Said, "You got anything? You got anything?" I just a stone cold. I said, "No." I mean, it's
maybe
tough.
Linda Rice.
It's tough sledding the whole way around. So you've got lots of options, different tracks to choose from. But it's a lot of hard work and effort to get through and win one of those and get to the top. You got to have a little luck on your side, but you got to have a little skill too.
And the handicapping tournament will take place up there at the new sports bar, second floor of the clubhouse. And aside from the handicapping tournament, we also have this tomorrow. We're going to open up at 10:15 in the morning for the Dubai World Cup. We're going to offer 4 races from Meydan. Of course, the Dubai World Cup, the big one at 12:45. Pegasus World Cup winner Arrogate Bob Baffert trying to take another $10 million race down tomorrow.
See if he can kind of duplicate what California Chrome, and see what Arrogate. I'm sure he'll be fine. He's really kind of treated some spectacular efforts, and I think he'll show up tomorrow.
And a week from tomorrow, it's the ExpressBet.com Florida Derby, one of the major Triple Crown preps. You can watch and wager on the Florida Derby right here at Laurel Park. That's a week from tomorrow, Saturday, April 1st. You can watch all the action from Gulfstream Park here at Laurel Park. I told you about that April 22nd win and you're in day here at Laurel Park. It's a win and you're in for the horses. It's a win and you're in for the fans as well. We're going to have this big wheel. You spin a wheel and boom, you win Preakness tickets. You spin the wheel again, you win a bunch of money. Winner of the Federico Tessio earns a place in the gate for the Preakness, and winner of the Weber City Miss earns a spot in the Black Eyed Susan. So a huge day here, April 22nd. And then there's the spin the wheel, win and you're in for the fans. You spin the MJC prize wheel for a chance to win one of 6 pairs of tickets to Preakness Day or Black Eyed Susan Day at Pimlico. Free spin with a racing program purchase and a prize for every spin. So the horses and the fans covered here Saturday, April 22nd.
I love it. No, good stuff.
And, of course, the big Saturday of the year, the 142nd Preakness Stakes, the Budweiser Enfield Fest. There's the lineup. Sam Hunt, platinum-selling concert artist. He'll be on the main stage. And then you have Good Charlotte along with Low Cash and High Valley on the DeKuyper stage. All the seats sold out last year. We had a record attendance. We'll have another record attendance this year. Don't get shut out. Go to Preakness.com for all your tickets and information. If you're getting hungry, Sunday brunch. Don't forget about Sunday brunch here at Laurel Park on Sundays. Garden Terrace, 12 to 4, $22 for the adults, 11 for kids under 12, under 6, eat free. Bloody Marys and mimosas as well. Sunday brunch here at Laurel Park, always a good bet. All right, let's get right to it here. Some nice carryovers today. Rainbow Pick 6 carryover is going to start in race 4, $3,945 for that Pick 6 carryover today, a little shy of $4,000. That's going to start in the 4th race in the big carryover of the day. I expect the multi-race fans to be hammering this late pick 5 today, almost $7,300 in the carryover.
Oh, yeah, we should get up there. What do you think, 15, 20 maybe?
At least,
a little bit more, maybe up to 30. And like I say, I like the sequence, and we've got a ticket for that later in the show.
All right, so we'll talk about that starting race 5. The weather, Ted, it's a little overcast right now. Interesting to see what the track condition might be today.
Yeah, right now they've got it sealed. I'd call it sealed and good. I don't know if they'll bring the Harrows out. I believe the rain is supposed to subside a little bit later, but as of right now, we'll start good.
All right, well, let's take a look here at the opener. Race 1 starts off the early pick 5. It's a mandatory payout on that early pick 5 with an industry low 12% takeout. This is a claimant 7,500, wide open, 4-year-olds and upward, going a flat mile. My price play of the day here, I'll go with the 7, Greek God, 9-2. Julian Pimentel's been on a roll as of late. The 6-year-old gelding is a 4-time winner here at Laurel Park, likes this 1-mile distance. A nice win against Open Nickel Company last out, going 7 furlongs. Danny, my boy, who was third in that race, would come back to win. Claimed by Trombetta. Trombetta Barnes been doing well as of late and gets his main man, Pimentel, aboard today.
Pimentel really hit it in a nice clip, close to 30%. Greek God and Pleading, and I kind of like these two horses maybe to control the issue from around the racetrack right from the get-go. Pleading gets a little moisture in the track, a little rain. He catches an early race here today. I think he likes that. 5 wins out of 12 starts on a wet track with 4 seconds. A little drop down off the claim. This is a reclaim for Schoen, though. Interesting move, a little jam job down to 75. I like the attack mode. I think Pleading can maybe control it up front.
All right, I left that one out of my top 4, but the Schoenthal barn having a good meet. You get Carlos Quinones, good veteran jockey aboard there. The 3, you get Trevor McCarthy, Puget Sound, Kieran McGee, a sharp win. I was against Beaten Nickel Company, stepping up to a tougher condition today in this Open 75.
Yeah, interesting move here. A big number last time, nearly a lifetime best with a 75 buyer. We got a good setup, a good honest pace up front. He just rolled on home to win with something left. He's been scratched twice, but now steps up off that. He was scratched out of lesser company and goes here for Kieran. I'm sure it'll be tough. What a deadly combination. Street Bullet going to try to overcome a trouble trip. Last time he kind of came away a little bit slowly. Got stymied at the quarter paw, to steady put on the brakes up at Penn National. He likes Laurel. All 7 of his wins are here. He's another one that will rally in from mid-pack. Be interesting who gets a jump on each other. Puget Sound or Street Bullet. Looks like the form right now, Puget Sound might have a little bit more tactical run in him.
All right, salty group of Open 75 claimers to kick off that early pick 5. Remember, mandatory payout in the early pick 5 starting in the opener. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. We're going a mile. Maiden claiming 10,000 for Philly Mares 4 and up. And I'll go with the 3, African Wildcat. Laura Lee Glazier and trainer Annette Eubanks, they've done well together. This horse with a come from behind 3rd, last out coming off a layoff, going 5.5 furlongs. I like to stretch out to the mile distance today here for this 4-year-old filly.
Yeah, repeat back from that May try over a sloppy sealed surface at Pimlico would kind of pretty much put her very close in this race. She's going to have to deal with Mazzy Star. Mazzy Star was making a nice move last time out, was altered out to the 7 pad. I thought he could have maybe saved a little bit more ground. Picks up McCarthy today. George Andriadakis
on a roll.
Man, she's just coming from obscurity to like right to the top. I see a little bald guy running around sometimes in the winner's circle with her horses. He's been a tutor to quite a few trainers around here. He does pretty good. We're not going to name names. Mazzy Star, I think with anything close to last effort, gets it done. But Wildcat Rising to her outside looks like the pace and held on pretty well through honest fractions. 24, 147, and 4. That was pretty good internals for maiden 10 levels for the fillies last time out. I don't see anybody with her kind of speed early.
All right, so Mazzy Star is going to be a heavy favorite with Trevor McCarthy. I'll try to beat that one. We like the same 4 horses, just in a different order there. They'll hammer this race. They love to bet the maiden 10s around here.
Yeah.
That kicks off the early pick 4. We're going to roll through these early races as we have a couple nice carryovers starting races 4 and 5. Race 3 is a claiming 5,000 going 5.5 furlongs. Never won 3. Lifetime for Philly Mares 4 and up. And I go with the 5 on top here. Better Way for your leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. Claudio Gonzalez with a nice stakes win last Saturday with Next Best Thing. Gets the 5-pound apprentice Jomar Torres aboard here. Just got beat a whisker at this level last time. He's paired up a couple 43 buyer speed figures. In good form right now. I think going to be much the best in here.
Yeah, question mark down inside. First off, the claim for the 1 Sweet Peach is claimed out of her last 3 tries. She's been fresh since February. She'll take play. Better Way certainly looks like the horse to beat, the way that you're playing the percentages with Claudio. The barn doing great right now. She had a nice clear trip last time, got zapped on the wire by Northern Prancer. I think Antietam Creek, though, is a little bit more tactical. I like her draw to the outside. I think she had to run it to a little quicker pace last time. Just took a little starch out of her. I think she gets the jump and has to hold off Better Way. These two have had kind of a little bit of a rivalry of late.
I respect the Hall of Famer King T. Leatherberry, and I like the nice lightweight assignment 109 here with Carlos Carrasco aboard for the King. So that could be what puts Antietam Creek right into the winner's circle. I use that one in my top 3. One horse I had, the Crisis of Vertage, Evian Toledo aboard for Henry Walters. Maybe the drop scaring you probably here. I don't blame you. Dropping from that last race, 16,003 life, dropping to the nickel here.
And she's got a couple races on her page that would kind of bury this field, but yeah, I just deterred a little bit from the performance off the Claim Now a Jam Job back down to the nickel. I'll go elsewhere. The Ford de Blues Dancer actually finished up pretty good last time out on what wasn't a really good rail on March the 5th, so if things get hot and heavy up on the front end, a little improvement last time out. She can rally and grab a piece.
All right, let's get a commercial break. When we come back, the Rainbow Pick 6, a little shy of 4,000 in that carryover. That starts race 4. Then the big carryover today, almost 7,300 in that late Pick 5. That starts in race 5. We'll start with those when we come back. The best bets at Laurel Park are the Pick 5s, and we have 2 of them. The early Pick 5 starts in race 1 and is a mandatory payout. The late Pick 5 is the last 5 races of the day and has carryover potential. Both Pick 5s at Laurel Park have an industry-low 12% takeout. The Pick 5s at Laurel Park, your best bet. Welcome back here today at the races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter, Keith Fustel. A little chilly, but the sun's coming out here. We have a nice carryovers today, 2 nice carryovers. Rainbow Pick 6, $3,945. That starts race 4. And then the late Pick 5 with that industry low 12% takeout, almost 7,300 in the late Pick 5. That starts in the 5th race. Let's take a look here at the Pick 6. My theory here, if you have 6 winners, you can take down a nice $6,000, $7,000 signer in the Pick 6 today. Because I think all your multi-race players are going to go after that Pick 5. And the Pick 6 might get foolishly ignored a little bit here today.
Certainly might fall through the cracks. You see that some days.
Yep.
We see that with our early Pick 5.
Yep,
sometimes.
sure.
And man, shame on you if you don't jump in on that early Pick 5 at Laurel Park. What's your ticket looking like?
Yeah, my $51 ticket here, $51.20 ticket for me in the Pick 6. I'll go 4 deep here in race 4, using just 2 runners in races 5 and 6. I'll go 4 deep again there in race 7. My key horse best bet of the day is going to be number 6. And if I can just get to the page, in race 8, nice allowance feature for Philly Mares going a mile. Number 6, Tis a Diamond from the Mary Epler barn. Horacio Caramano's aboard. This mare was just second to Next Best Thing, who won the Conniver Stakes last Saturday. So I'll key on the 6, Tis a Diamond in race 8 from the Mary Epler barn, and then going 4 deep again there in race 9. So I got to be right about I'm 2 deep in a single in 3 races, and I'm 4 deep in 3 other races. Let's take a look here at the opening leg. Maiden claiming 10,000 for 3-year-olds, going 5.5 furlongs. We have a video spotlight here. Scratch the 4, etchy, sketchy. We do have a video spotlight for you here in race 4.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at Wilco's Golden Eye and Italian Lemonade. We're going to watch Italian Lemonade first out of that race. March the 4th, race 3 at Laurel. Italian Lemonade, a heavy favorite, 1-2 that day, and absolutely eliminated. Pinch, squeeze from both sides. You see the 6-horse kind of lay in, and the 4-horse kind of come out just a shade, and a bumping, pinching. And this horse had to be used quite a bit when wide around the turn. You see this horse coming about 6 wide, turning for home. I thought his momentum was going to be good enough to put him right in the mix. But look down towards the inside. Wilco's Golden Eye now top of the stretch, angling out the 8th pole in the white cap. Stevie Hamilton gave this horse a really nice ride, had some speed, rated him back off the pace, and continues on nicely to gain the place. Italian Lemonade had every shot to run in for second, Stan. And this horse, first time out for Donald Sauter, ran a bang-up race. He's going to be tough right back. Throw away the stats. Wilco's Golden Eye got a good trip from Steve Hamilton. I expect another good trip today with some speed. Going to use him in the mix. But, Italian Lemonade, I think he's a little bit better at 5.5, and I think he has to be used a little too hard last time. He lost a lot of ground around the turn on March the 4th. I think a sharper run is in store for him this time out at 5.5 furlongs.
I respect that runner. We like the same top 3 horses here. I'm going to go with the one Summer Run with that inside speed. A good debut at this against Maiden 16,000 company. Went to the front there. They bet the horse down to 4-1. For the debut, a good third. Takes a little drop here today to the maiden 10. You get McCarthy to stay aboard, and they're most likely going to be sending from the inside early on here.
I don't know if things are going to be as easy initially for Summer Run. It had the 7 post in the debut, out of 7, had a clear run, broke okay, went right ahead and cleared. But Jet Home just to his outside has shown some good speed. Did it going shorter races at Pimlico back in the summer. If he's fresh and ready, he's going to apply pressure. And I think chatter pattern can just kind of be a hindrance for a little bit, maybe a quarter of a mile, 3/8 of a mile. So I don't know how easy he's going to have. Once again, a good effort for 16 now drops. I got to go elsewhere. I see the stat, a great stat, maiden second out for Cal Lynch, 24% with an ROI of over $6. I think he might just get softened up enough, and I'm going to go for two of the closers in here.
All right, race 4 kicks off the pick 6, also kicks off the middle pick 4. Let's turn the page. Big carryover today in the late pick 5 with a low 12% takeout. That's more money back to you, the better. $7,281 in today's late pick 5 carryover starting in race 5. We both have a ticket here for today's pick 5. Everybody should have a ticket for the pick 5. Start getting your tickets ready now. Here's Keith's late pick 5 play.
Yeah, as you see, race 5 is full of question marks for me. I think this is a really, really tough race to get it started. We're going to go 6 by 4, narrowing it down in races 7, 8, and 9. 2 deep in race 7 with double whammy. And Jess I think they're the horses to beat. Then we go 2 deep in the 8th. CJ's Fire, 'Tis a Diamond, who was your single stand in that pick 6 ticket. And then the 9th. We had to make this ticket a little bit cost effective, $48. So we're going to single a reclaim. I Just Want to Win in the nightcap for Jonathan Maldonado.
All right, Maldonado Barn's been red hot as of late, so a nice $48 play for Keith in the late pick 5. Let's take a look here at my ticket. I'll go with a $64 play here in race 5, using 2 horses in the 5th, the 3 in the 5. You get Trevor McCarthy on the 3, Grecian Prince, Fergal Lynch on the 5, Hickory Hill, then going 4 deep in races 6 and 7. Using my best bet of the day there. My key horse is 6, 'Tis a Diamond for Mary Epler, Caro Manos in race 8, 4 deep there in the finale, a $64 play. You can see all of my tickets and Keith's tickets on the laurelpark.com website. And this race is wide open here, race 5 to kick off the late pick 5. We're going 6 furlongs, nice starter allowance, optional claiming $16,000 for 4-year-olds and upward. Maybe I'm a little enamored with the leading rider. Trevor McCarthy's red hot, so I go with him on top here at 7-2 with the 3, Grecian Prince here in race 5 for trainer Hugh McMahon. He's been right there at this level here, knocking on the door at this level. 2 seconds and a third most recently. Has a lot of early speed. He's been to the front the last 2 starts going 7 furlongs. So I love the little cutback here today to 6 furlongs, and you get McCarthy riding for Hugh McMahon.
Yeah, he hooked up with Worley last time out. I think a horse dropping out of allowance races, if I remember correctly. He's run too good to lose the last couple, Grecian Prince. Taking a lot of heat. Dueled, battled well against the grain of the racetrack on the 4th of February. But once again, he draws in a tough little spot with some other speed to his outside and even to his inside. Bird of Trey is a horse I'm going to throw in my pick 5 ticket, which is kind of blowout win against Open 16 Company. Ran poorly off the claim, comes back fresh and working okay. I go to the outside stand. Ready, Heart and Soul. I don't know much about Rachel Sills, I guess filling in for Jeffrey Englehart. 0 for 6 thus far, but 4 for 6 in the money. This horse, this is a 4 in life, basically. We've got horses that he's beaten. Jeter, an 8-time winner last time. This horse has run 2 big races off the claim. I think he gets a good stalking trip just off the pace. I think Bird of Trey with speed, Grecian Prince. Hickory Hill, the key with him, I think he's going to take a lot of play, and he's red hot right now. 2 wide open wins. He rode the wave of the racetrack on the 18th. He was with the bias 4 wide, beat a much lesser bunch, in my opinion. He's super sharp. He's come back with good works, but he has a tendency to break a little bit slowly, which could be vulnerable here when he's caught in between horses. Is he going to have to encounter trouble? If he breaks clean, he's going to be awfully tough. I'm not going to leave him out of the multi-race tickets, but take a shot with the 7, the new face, Ready, Heart and Soul.
All right, well, you get Julian Pimentel. He's red hot right now. I have the 7 in my top 4. You're right about the 5, Hickory Hill. This horse going in the right direction right now for trainer Mike Durales. Fergal Lynch been aboard for those last 2 wins. Back aboard today. Since that last win, a nice bullet work here at Laurel Park on March 18th, 47-4, the fastest of 64 work. So this horse in good form right now, 6 for 8 in the money at Laurel with 3 wins. So it looks like the horse red hot right now, and 5-2.
Yeah, Willie Be Mine. I think you're going to see him. You're going to get a little better price than what you had on him the last 2 times. He ran that 80 buyer 3 races back. A little freshing, a race off the left. Kind of ran even. I expected him to run better against that field last time, where the great provider pretty much went wire to wire first off the claim for McMahon. Gets Toledo. This horse gets blinkers on, right? Light blinkers on correction on the 2 Willie Be Mine. I think he can get put into a good stalking trip, float in behind the speed, and make a good, impactful late run.
All right, and you get Javion Toledo aboard there on the 2, Willie Be Mine. So nice starter to kick off the late pick
race.
5 there in race 5. Now here's what's going on with the late pick 4s today, tomorrow, and Sunday at Laurel Park. You hit the late pick 4, you get a 10% bonus. Not bad, not a bad deal at all. You have to be a Premier player. It's free to sign up to be a Premier player. And this weekend you hit a late pick 4, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we'll say, hey, nice job, 10% bonus for you. So go to Guest Services to learn more about this and make sure you're a Premier player and jump on in here on the late pick 4s this weekend at Laurel Park. Race 6 is going to start the late pick 4 today, going 6 furlongs, maiden claiming 10,000, filly and mares 4 and up. For 10,000. This race is wide open. I'm 4 deep here on my pick 6 and pick 5 ticket. Just wide open. No one's really in good form. I'll go with a barn I like. Trainer Francis Campitelli with the 3, My Sangria. You get a good rider, Alex Cintron. This horse has run better than what we saw last time. Last time was on a good racetrack. Maybe didn't like the racetrack. It's a fast racetrack. Hopefully today, and we're getting a decent 3-to-1 price on my top pick.
This was a tough one. You're going to have some rank outsiders, and you're going to get some horses here. Catch, My Sangria, Marjorie Muggs, a little bit tough to separate. I think the 8, Simply a Gem, is going to get a lot of money. The blinkers go on. It's a really good angle for trainer Greg Sacco. Draws outside, has had trouble trips from the gate first 2 races. I think this horse with the blinkers on will be able to go ahead and dictate the pace. You'll see Trevor get aggressive on the front end.
All right, I'll use that one in the exacta. We like the same 4 horses there in race 6. A maiden 10 to kick off that late pick 4. Let's turn the page. Better race for you here in race 7. Nice first level allowance condition optional, claiming 20,000. So you get some tough old hard knockers in this race. 4 and up. Going a flat mile, scratch to 1, jump drive and whale. The 6, Freedom Tower, and the 7, They All Come Home. I'll go with the 8 on top, Jess I Am. Trevor McCarthy aboard for trainer John Terranova. We have a video spotlight here of Jess I Am.
Yeah, hooked. It behooves me, who ran a bang-up race here on February the 17th. But Jess I Am was kept, off the rail on the 17th, drifted out a little bit. It just dug in ever so gamely. It behooves me. Looks like he was going to go ahead and win by a length and a half or 2. But no, this horse battled back, stayed within a length of It Behooves Me, who came back to run an 85 at the same condition. That's a good enough number to win this race. Jess I Am on or just off the pace. He and Double Whammy clearly look like the horses to beat. I'm completely throwing Double Whammy's effort in the Campbell last time out. Caught in between horses, just didn't seem comfortable. Dropped back in with ease. He's come back with a maintenance work, a good work over Pimlico. 7 for 14 Laurel's an 8-time winner against a 1-time winner. I like that edge. I'm going to play. This horse has been competitive in 2 other than company. Okay, so Double Whammy. This is his track. I think he's regrouped and ready. Expect a big effort for him and for the tag today.
All right, I have that one in my top 4. You get Caramanos and Mary Epler, some strong connections there. I go with the 8, Jess I Am, though, leading rider. Trevor McCarthy. This horse with a good second, last out, game second that day with Caramanos. Now you get Trevor McCarthy back in the same condition. But, yeah, you're right. Double Whammy, an old tough customer. Just draw a line to the John B. Campbell. Something happened there. But Mary Epler has the horse back in good form. A good bullet work there at Pimlico. The 3, we both like the 3, Magic Cash from the Corey Jensen barn. A good second. That was a very tough open 15 claimer last out. Shakenator's a tough customer. He runs for allowance. He's in for 2 other than allowance tomorrow. Got a strong 81 buyer, first time in the Corey Jensen barn. Javion Toledo aboard today.
Yeah, Shakenator going off the claim tomorrow. Looks tough in that race tomorrow afternoon. Keep an eye on him. But Magic Cash, a good effort. First time over this race course. So they didn't really go that fast up front. Closed in, a couple of lengths. That beat 2 3/4. Shakenator's a key horse. He's still going to have to move up a little bit more, I believe, to go ahead and beat the likes of Double Whammy and Jess I Am. But I think he might get a little bit more speed to help his chances.
All right, let's turn the page here. Another nice allowance co-feature of the day. Race 8 to kick off the late daily double. Filly and Maris, first level allowance condition, going a flat mile, scratch to 2. Chulamo, my best bet of the day is the 6, Tis a Diamond, but I know you like the 4, Super Sharp. We have a video spotlight, I believe, here of the 4, Super Sharp.
And Super Sharp, a tough, tenacious effort on the 10th of March. You can pick it up here, guys, mid-turn, leaving the 5/16 pole, going in the 7 furlong race. Reckless Humor up on the front. And here's Include Gold. Big mare on the outside, big filly for Kieran. goes up. And Super Sharp, not real big in her own right. She's got to go up between horses and battle for the lead. And I thought include Gold Hatter right here. Trevor kind of drifts him down a little bit to the inside, draws the left stick. But Carrasco, he puts the stick away, and Super Sharp digs in. She was real gritty after getting headed. Comes back to win by a head. Good number. You see that buyer of 76. My question mark there is, can she come back and duplicate that effort? Did that take a little bit out of her, soften her up? I like the other Mary horse a little bit better, Tiz a Diamond. I think she'll get a good trip. Real bang-up effort and against better horses. I thought last time, Stan, next best thing, a good allowance type. Tiz a Diamond will grind in off the pace, but the X factor is the 5. CJ's Fire, first time for Claudio Gonzalez for owner Robert Bone. Some really sharp works over the Laurel Park surface. Comes in freshened up since October. I think this horse is going to be on the engine. Looks like an all or nothing type for me.
He is working up a storm in the mornings. Claudio Gonzalez, your leading trainer. He's 26% with a positive ROI with new horses in his barn. You get 5 pounds off with a good riding, 5-pound apprentice, Joe Moore Torres there. So I have the 5 in my top 4. You get a decent price there on that horse. I like a Mary Epler Exacta, though, the 6 Tiz a Diamond. I think coming out of a tougher allowance race, that was an A other than optional 20 against Next Best Thing, who just won the Conniver last Saturday. The horse had some trouble in that race. Tiz a Diamond finds an easier straight allowance condition here today. So I'll go Mary Epler, 6-4 for me for the Exacta.
Both of Mary's horses, they love this distance, super sharp. This moisture stays in the track. That will enhance her chances. She likes a wet track. And she's been able to rate. I just think, is that last race is she going to come down off of that a little bit? If not, she's a winner. But we're going to throw first-time Claudio on top.
All right, nice allowance feature there to kick off the late double. Wide open, claiming 11,000 filly and mares. No condition here. Some nice fillies in here going 6 furlongs. I'll go with the 7 on top here. Scratch the 6. That a boy girl. A couple rider changes here. The 1 macroeconomics make the rider Luis Castro. Same weight. There goes my pen. The 4 Hissy Fit make the rider Jevion Toledo. The weight will be 116. Scratch the 6 and also scratch the 9 Cursive. Right. My top pick here, the 7. I Just Want to Win. This is a win machine. Claim back for Jonathan Maldonado. You're keying on this horse on your pick 5 ticket.
I am. It looks like a little bit of a step up. Certainly, she's just razor sharp. He wanted her back. Reached in for the 75. Anime Our Queen gets a little assist with the scratch of That a Boy Girl. That could leave her alone on the front end, but I Just Want to Win. She's got good tactical speed. We'll be able to track and I think go on by. She's finishing races a little bit stronger than the majority of this field.
She's in top form. I'm not going to try to beat her. I'll go with her on top. We have the same 4 numbers here. The 5, Charm City, Corey Jensen. Good third last out against Bohem Delabi. He's back in an allowance race tomorrow. That was at the Open 15, so kind of a little bit of a drop down here today. But Steve Hamilton back aboard today, second off the claim for Jensen.
Yeah, managed the right way. I thought she was a little bit closer. They didn't go super fast up front last time. 23-1, 47-2, made a move right into it. Bohem Delabi, just a little bit better horse dropping out of those. She was competitive in 2 others than I think in a stake.
Sure.
A few months ago. So Charm City, well managed. A claim for 75. just down a touch off of that 15. She'll be making a move right into the top leaders. I think I Just Want to Win, Anna Queen. They could get tangled up in a dual upper stretch. Charm City coming on, but I Just Want to Win. Her form recently is so sharp, and the way this barn's going, I think she can go ahead and make, would it be 4 in a row, Stan, if I'm not mistaken?
Yep, 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Yep, I like her. I have her on top. Maldonado barn red hot, so that's I Just Want to Win in the finale. Right on time here. Nice carryovers for you today. Almost 4,000 in that Rainbow Pick 6. That starts in the 4th. Almost 7,300 in the late Pick 5. That starts in race 5. We have Dubai World Cup and the handicapping tournament here tomorrow. Sunday brunch. Race weekend is here at Laurel Park. Dave Rodman, he's coming up next with all of today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.